little bean. She is. Hey guys, it's your girl Terry, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it's been a minute. I had my little bean. She is 5 weeks old. She turned 5 weeks on the 16th. Today is April 21st. She turned 5 weeks. Yeah, she turned 5 weeks on April 21st, and she's 5 weeks. So I'm basically gonna be doing a story time. Okay, so my OB doctor, she was out of town, and I had to go to a new OB doctor for 2 weeks. So I go over there to him, and my blood pressure was a little high, so he sent me to the hospital. And this was March 10th. He sent me to the hospital so that they could monitor baby girl, make sure, she's moving good, and make sure her heart rate or anything isn't dropping. So yeah, they sent me home. The hospital sent me home. They said my blood pressure is fine. And yeah, so my OB was still not back from vacation or wherever she was. So the next week, it was March 17th, and my blood pressure was high again. Mind you, my blood pressure wasn't super high, but it was like 1 point over the first appointment. And he was like, I'm gonna send you over to the hospital because you're almost 37 weeks. At 37 weeks, we'll get her on out of there because we're close to time. Don't want anything happening. That was the first appointment. Second appointment, it was high. So he was like, blood pressure is high, so I'm gonna send you over to get induced. And I'm like, what? My due date is March 31st, and it's March 17th, and I'm like, what? So he basically like, yeah, same thing, don't want anything to happen. So he goes out, he's like, I'm gonna call the hospital to see if they have a room for you, So he came back in the room. He said, you guys can head over now because they have a room for you available. So go to triage, and I told them I was sent over to get induced. And before that, I came home, told my mom, I called her, and then I came home to get all of my things, like my last minute things, because I was supposed to be getting my placenta encapsulated and stuff. So I came home to get the rest of my little things for the hospital. They got me to my room to get induced. So basically the first day we were just in there. They was trying to get all my paperwork, because I told you this wasn't my OB, so they was trying to figure out what lab I went to and all this. And I'm just like, call my regular doctor, she's still on call at the end of the day. So yeah, so the first day we was just basically sitting around, and my cervix wasn't dilated at all, so they was giving me little pills, dilation pills into my cervix. My first appointment was actually March 7th. Second, when he sent me in to get induced, was March 14th. So the first day, like I was saying, on March 14th, they basically was trying to get all my information together. And then I also had to be on antibiotics because the B strep or something came back positive. So they got me started on that way too soon, but I will get into that. And they was giving me the dilation pills the whole first day. So basically, like I said, I wasn't really dilating. So like I was saying, I really didn't dilate much, probably 2 centimeters at the most. Getting dilated and stuff during the nighttime, the nurse came in and she was saying the baby isn't really moving that much. So they're waiting for her to wake up. My baby finally woke up and she was moving a lot apparently. But this is literally like when I was pregnant with her at nighttime. That's when she's the most active, and I was trying to tell them that. So they were saying we're trying to get her to calm down. So they gave me some medicine, and whatever medicine it was, it dropped her blood pressure down super low. Her blood pressure dropped, and my blood pressure skyrocketed. It was 192 over like 112. So it was super, my blood pressure, no, it was in the twos. It was 2 something over 112. And basically, long story short, the doctor didn't want to do anything. He basically was saying, no, I'm not going to approve any medicine to get her blood pressure down. But my nurse, she was really fighting for me, because she was supposed to be going on lunch, and she was like, no, I'm not going on lunch until like he do something, prescribes the medicine, because her blood pressure is dangerously low. Like something's gonna happen. And I'm like, please, like I'm telling her, like, please do not let me die or whatever. So she was going back and forth with the doctor. He finally gave me approved medicine, and she finally gave me some. And then I guess my blood pressure went down a little bit, but it wasn't really down. So the next day, a new doctor come on, and mind you, my OB doctor, they didn't call her or anything, because I feel like she would have been able to make it. So yeah, I'll get into that. New doctor come in, and she's like, yeah, so I've delivered a bunch of babies, so I'm gonna do the Foley balloon, and this will get you to dilating pretty fast, and we get the baby on now. So she put it, oh my god, the worst pain ever, worst excruciating pain. She was very rough. So basically she tried to get it in, it wouldn't go in, she pulled it out, and my fiance was saying it was like very bloody and stuff. Then I was trying to hold my fiance's hand, because like it was hurting so bad, like so bad, and they was like, I need you to put your hands under your butt. So I couldn't even do anything, so I was crying and stuff like that, and it was finally in. Just know it was like the worst pain ever. Like I thought cervical checks was gonna hurt, but it didn't even hurt. Cervical checks didn't hurt at all for me, and my cervix wasn't even dilated, it was closed, it was at a 0. So long story short, the Foley balloon did not do anything for me. It probably only dilated me like 1/2 centimeter, probably not even that. It didn't help at all. So the next day, well, 14, 15, after that doctor got off, like towards the end of the day, a new doctor came in the morning, on the 15th in the morning. A new doctor came in, and she was like, I'm gonna pop your water, because this will get you to progressing. So she popped my water at like 9 in the morning. I had got the epidural. I wasn't in pain or anything, but they were saying the epidural guy, like he had an attitude all day or whatever. So that was already stressing me out. He had an attitude, and they were saying, well, you might as well just get it now, because you know, he really don't respond or whatever. And it's like a list of people that need epidurals. So basically, apparently he was saying, oh, new time mom, oh, this is gonna be fun, da 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 da. Basically trying to say, first time moms don't do good, or they always moving or whatever. But I ate that up, okay? I wasn't moving, nothing. I just literally just sat there. He did it. Didn't hurt. It was just like pressure, but it didn't hurt. So yeah, that was fun. That was very fun. Not. Anyways, they had broke my water all day. I'm basically just leaking. Then I got the epidural, and it was like, yeah, so you're gonna be pushing soon, so get some sleep. So I was on my phone, Mom, and my aunt the whole time. And then it was like, okay, we're gonna let you get some sleep. But we were still on the phone though. I got some sleep. Then my nurse, she kept on, like, she brought this ball thing, so they kept on rotating me to get my cervix dilated because it was still up high. They was trying to bring it down. So long story short, that didn't help at all. Like, we went all day, and then it came nighttime around like probably like 9:30ish, and the doctor came back in, and she was like, they checked me. They was like, you're at a 6 centimeters, and one side of your cervix is still hard. It's not soft. You're not progressing or anything like that. So they was like, we're gonna do emergency C-section because your baby's been without water for too long. Da 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 da. So they were like, we're gonna get you all ready for that. Y'all, when they said that, I don't know, I feel like I know I started tearing up, and I told my mom, like, I gotta get a C-section, like, and that's what I didn't want to have to get. And my mom was like, what? Because we was all expecting that I was going to be going into labor and pushing my baby out pretty dang soon, like the same night. But that didn't happen. My fiance told his mom, he was over there like I know he was stressed because I've been telling him, like, I don't want a C-section, I don't want to get cut on. So his mom was like talking to him and stuff, make sure he is okay, because it's like serious. And my mom was talking to me, making sure I'm okay. They were telling me I'm not going to be in pain because, you know, the pain pump. So went back for the C-section. I had the shakes really freaking bad. Like, the shakes bad, very bad. I just couldn't stop shaking. And I was asking the man, like, do we have, well, he was like, we have medicine for the shakes. I could give you some. And I was like, is it gonna put me to sleep? Am I gonna be tired? Like, am I not gonna remember anything? So I told him I'm gonna hold off. So cut me open. They get the baby out. I don't hear no cry. She's not crying. She wasn't crying. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, it was like a good 30 minutes, no cry. And I'm like, what is going on? And then they finally asked my fiance, did he want to cut the umbilical cord? He cut it. And then, no, before that, I finally heard her cry after like 30 minutes. Heard them counting her toes, her hands, weighing her and stuff. Then my fiance cut the umbilical cord. And then he came back. He was like, she got your nose or whatever. And then they finally brought her. They showed me her. I just see this white, light-skinned baby. I'm like, oh, she's so cute. And I wanted to hold her, but they wouldn't even let me hold her. So they were stitching me on up, and they took my fiance to the recovery room with the baby, and I'm still there like, why y'all gonna send him out without, like, before me? Like, I didn't even get to hold my baby. Anyways, well, they got me over to my bed, and then the anesthesiologist, he took the epidural on my back, and he was like, you won't need this. So I go to the recovery room, get to hold my baby and stuff, talking to my mom, showing her the baby. And then out of nowhere, my body is on fire. So I'm like screaming, I'm crying. I tell my fiance, like, you have to get the baby. I'm not gonna be able to do it. Like, I can't hold her, like, while I'm in pain. So he got the baby, and he was talking to my mom, crying. My mom was trying to ask my fiance. No, my mom was like, push the pain pump. I'm like, there's no pain pump. They don't do the pain pumps anymore. They do pills. So none of the medicine was working. When I was on the phone with my fiance, like, having him to ask, can they give me this? Can they give me that? Then the lady put something up my back there to stop the bleeding because I lost a lot of blood. She was trying her best, like, it was my nurse. She was trying her best to get me, like, she was calling to see what take what she could give me. None of it was working. So I just felt like all the fresh wounds, like my whole body was on fire. Worst pain ever, literally. And then, what else can I remember? Oh yeah, and then I was just crying. I'm like, I cannot do this. My nurse like, yeah, we're gonna get through this together. Yes, you can. We're gonna get through this together. So I really need to find out these nurses' name because they did good. Some of them did good with me. So then they reeled me. I finally calmed down, and I'm like still in pain, but I'm not in as much pain. Finally calmed down. They send me back. They took us back to the room, and then finally got to hold my baby again. And then they still had the catheter in me. Had to leave the catheter in for a couple of hours. So that's when, because she was born at 10:42 p.m. So the next day roll around, it's like morning time, I think. They took the catheter out and they were like, it's time for me to go to the bathroom. So I'm trying to get up. I'm in pain, still on fire. Like the medicine did not work. For some reason, the medicine did not work. And then I was on a lot of fluid and stuff. So they was like, it's time to go to the bathroom. They just showed me what to do. Oh yeah, and then while you in pain and you already hurting and none of the medicine working, they're giving you belly massages. That sent me into another like crazy mode, like oh my god, because they trying to make your uterus contract and then they getting all blood out. Worst pain ever. So they told me it's time to go try to use the bathroom. I stand up. And I just feel so heavy. I feel like all your insides is just ready to just drop out and everything is like stretching. Just know the healing process was so hard after a C-section. So hard with my fiance. Helped out a lot in the hospital. Like if I didn't have him or if I didn't have anybody to be in the hospital with me, just wouldn't have been able to do it because no. So yeah. So basically, sum it all up, I had a traumatic birth, but it was all worth it for her. She was born March 16th at 10:42 p.m. and she was 6 pounds 2 ounces, very small, very little, very skinny. And I think she was about 18.5 inches long. Yeah. So very traumatic birth, but it was very worth it. Like I will go through it again for her. But I know I want it to be a long while, like 4 to 5 years before I try for another one because it was just so traumatic. Didn't have my OB doctor. Come to find out they didn't even call her. And I'm like, for my next, I know what to do and what not to do because I was trying to be understanding, patient, and nice. But you have to be able to advocate for yourself. And yeah, with it only being me and one other person, because they don't let everybody else come until like you're back down on the regular floor and officially like done recovering. So yeah, very traumatic birth, but definitely worth it. Like I said, baby girl is sprouting. She's 5 weeks. I want you guys to see her. She's so light right now. She's sweating, but but yeah, it's my baby. Definitely worth it. Yeah, that's basically my birth story wrapped up pretty fast. I wanted to vlog and everything, but I wasn't expecting to have her like so soon at all. So like my mind wasn't even on vlogging, and then as you seen, like I had to have an emergency C-section anyway, and I was in like so much pain. The healing process is rough, but yeah, I think that's about it. Like yeah, her hair is sprouting. And then her skull is finally moving up because it was like way back here when she was born, because it wasn't enough time for it to like close all the way. So now her hair is sprouting, and now it just gotta grow in the front and like up here, you know. And yeah, so we're gonna be having a lot more content coming. My baby girl's almost out of her newborn stage. She get her shots in May or June. It's like basically up in the air. Like my official parent appointment is in June, but I rescheduled for May because she will be 8 weeks in May. In June she will be 3 months. So yeah, we'll have a lot more content coming up. I want to make sure I'm actually like vlogging and recording her grown-up process, and you know, getting all the good content. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And like I said, I have a lot more videos that's going to be coming, and I want to actually record for you guys and get everything to flowing again and get back on the grind and making videos. So yeah, bye.